blank canvas. A pristine world. It's Narnia. Neverland. America as Columbus saw it.
Dad?
Alma? Where are you?
I wish I knew.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
Where are we? Did something happen?
It finally came.
What did?
Whatever it is.
I'm confused.
Yeah. But that hardly matters anymore. Somehow, we've stepped out of time and into eternity.
What?
Wherever we are, it's endless. What we've been before doesn't matter now. We have all of time.
But, Dad, I think I have to go to piano lessons tomorrow.
Why did you play the piano?
What?
Why do you create art?
Dad, can you just tell me where we are and what happened?
I am. We are inside the piano.
What?
You create art to briefly live inside the eternal present.
You don't know where we are either, do you?
But soon, your hands will still, your fingers will lift, the music will dissolve. Here, wherever we are, the eternal present is ours forever.
Okay, great.
Watch out!
What?
You nearly tripped and injured yourself.
I did?
Don't you see that piece of metal?
No. Oh,
Did something happen to your eyesight?
maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm seeing it now. That's weird.
No, don't touch it!
Why?
It's sharp, it could cut you.
Okay.
Don't go up so high. I don't think that branch is too stable. There might be bees. Oh, get down! There are bees!
What?
There are bees! You were always afraid of climbing trees because when you were that high up last time,
High up?
you were a good 20 feet up. Branches don't look too strong either. And there are bees. Don't do that again.
Oh, all right. What's wrong with bees?
You're allergic to them. Don't you remember?
What does that mean?
Your body reacts badly to bee stings.
Oh. I didn't see the hive until you said that.
Alma, do you see that patch of sand over there?
I guess.
Come with me. There. It's clear and flat, and you'll have lots of room to walk around. You can play as much as you want, but don't cross this line. There's something different about the way she acts, the way she moves. She's clearly lost some of her memory. I think I have too. Maybe she suffered some sort of sensory damage on the way here. Wherever we are, however we got here, well, she'll be fine here.
Sketches for your children's book?
Alma, I told you to stay over there.
Nice.
Hey! Don't get blood on my painting! Are you bleeding? Sit down. I told you not to touch the metal.
I still can't really see it. Anyway, I think I cut myself on one of the shells. I didn't notice.
Didn't it hurt?
Hurt?
Pain.
Pain?
You know, when you cut yourself, there's pain.
I didn't really feel anything. Ah! That hurts!
Here, put pressure on it. Please be more careful.
So if I touch something sharp, my blood will come up and I'll feel my skin burning?
That's the idea of pain.
It hurts even more now. What did your words do to me?
Here, focus on something else other than the pain. Count your shells. No, not that one. It has jagged edges.
Will this help me unlearn pain?
You can keep your mind off of it for a while. You can never unlearn pain. Loves my children's books. They called Ezekiel the children's book of the century.
Dad?
Praise from all the major newspapers. Even the New York Times. That guy wrote great stuff about my books. I particularly like the illustrations. I like those illustrations too. Glad there's still appreciative people out there.
Dad?
Yes, Alma, what?
You know how I'm part of the nervous circle, right? Well, it's the end of your recital in a few weeks.
Alma, you know my next few weeks are all booked. What with Ezekiel stung by a bee coming out and all?
Yes, but it's my year-end recitals, so I was hoping...
All the libraries and bookstores were contacting me for a signed copy. I remember that book signing back at the library.
He's a Minerva teacher, you know.
Sure. Well, whenever it is, I want to come.
Thanks. You can have my dad's ticket.
Isn't he going?
Theoretically. But he's also in the middle of his latest masterpiece of children's literature, Ezekiel Stung by a Bee, Part 2.
I see. So, I can imagine that your place isn't the best right now.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me come over.
It's really bad this day, huh?
I didn't mind so much before. I probably didn't really notice. But after what's happened, it's been hard. At least I have your dad.
Yeah.
Let him know that his support has really meant a lot to me.
Yeah, you've told me that like 5 times over the past month, so yes, he knows.
Thanks, Sara.
Come on, you need to get on the piano a little bit. Up we go.
But your piano's off by a half step.
So bang on until you back up. Play like Angry Birds Lit song. It's Franz Lee's Einstein. See? You're feeling better already.
There are murmurs, shuddering chords, lingering noises. A matter-of-fact voice, an off-key Yamaha, a girl and her dad. The memories don't mean anything somehow. I can't get it to all make sense. My thoughts float in a void, notes with huge gaps, like progressions, unresolved. And then somehow I'm here. I don't know where we are, but I want to get out.
What?
I want to get out.
But it's paradise.
How is this paradise? We have no idea where we are. There's nothing to do, and we're lost.
Exactly. The point of paradise is to be lost.
At least I've met new friends here. Hey, little guy.
Am I such bad company that you've resorted to talking to the crabs?
What's up with you?
Me?
Not you, Ellison.
Who's... Don't tell me you named the crabs. Why did you name it Ellison?
He's been sleeping for a really long time. Ew. And there are flies all over him, too.
Alma? Repeat what you just said.
I said he's been sleeping for a really long time, and there are flies all over him. Why?
Sleeping.
That's the only possible explanation.
The only possible explanation?
Yeah. What?
She's become either an amoeba or a god.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sara.
Hey, so the newspaper's coming in research on this issue.
Oh, awesome.
And since there was already a talk about it, I thought it would be about it.
Hey. It's true. All right, go ahead.
So, what exactly is the purpose of the Minerva Circle?
It's a group for people performing at high levels in the arts. Under the guidance of Mr. Ellison, it meets once a week so that people have a chance to share and discuss their accomplishments and current projects.
You just told that entire truth to my dad.
Did not.
There's been some controversy regarding qualification. Some members of the community have described the Minerva Circle as exclusionary and elitist. Can you comment on that?
That's bullshit. It's a place for similar-minded people to share their thoughts. It's pretty much a self-selecting group. We're not excluding anybody.
I'll pretend you didn't just say bullshit.
Thanks.
Okay. And finally, can you comment on the mentorship of Mr. Ellison?
You can quote me as saying that he's a great teacher and a truly inspirational person, and a hero to a lot of students.
All right. I think I got what I need. Let me just read it back to you to make sure I got it all correct. So, I'm in love with my own giftedness, and I worship Sarah's dad.
Shut up.
ensure a grade lower than me, you add diversity and accuracy to my sources.
You take this journalism thing way too seriously.
Why wouldn't I?
It's like you're straitjacketed to truth.
Is there in truth no beauty?
Yeah, but there's no room for, art.
Well, in a role full of artists, someone's got to tell the truth. By the way, do you know Audrey Williams?
I don't think so. Is that a famous artist or something, or are you talking about a student here?
Both, technically. She is freshman here, class of 2018.
I feel like I've probably heard her name over the PA system before. She's a famous artist.
Yeah, as famous as a classical musician can get. Hey, don't let your dad hear that. Why not? He never wanted to be famous.
Oh, I just remembered who you're talking about. I think Audrey Williams was the girl who just joined the Member Circle.
Yeah.
Why were you asking about her?
Oh, I just need to interview her. So, do you have any ideas where she might be?
I don't really know her, sorry.
It's okay. I'll see you on Saturday.
See you.
She and I had both forgotten something, but I never imagined that she could have forgotten something as great as life. I don't think I ever thought it possible. There's so much one can be and do when freed from that knowledge. She lives in an infinite world of possibility. She's the third human being ever to find Eden. She's the eternal child.
Still sketching Ezekiel stung by a bee part 2?
Alma, I told you to stay in your square. Fine. What do you want?
Nothing. I just wanted to know what you were drawing.
Yes, it is Ezekiel stung by a bee part 2. Didn't I already finish that book?
I seem to remember that you did.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. We have all the time in the world.
Dad, I wanted to ask you about Ellison.
Ellison, who's that?
My crab. He still hasn't gotten up. What does it mean?
Oh, he's just sleeping. Perhaps hibernate,
Do they?
Sure.
And what's with all the flies?
They watch over the crabs while they sleep. Defend them and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Chase away any predators.
Cool.
You can't unlearn pain, but you can stop someone from ever learning it.
Okay, Dad, where are we and when are we going back?
Going back?
Yes.
You mean leaving?
Yes.
It's a beautiful blank page. A storybook world of sand and sky.
It's a wasteland.
No, it's not, and we're here to stay. Alma, for your own good, please stay in your square.
But piano and Minerva Circle and school and everything. People are going to be worried about us. We can't just stay here.
Alma, you and I both know that you had no real friends.
Yes, I did. There was that girl. What's her name?
We also know that I didn't have any friends either. We were struggling to make a living off my children's books because no one bought them. At least until the success of Ezekiel was done by a bee. And even that stopped bringing royalties. And after what happened with Mr. But it's all right, because wherever we are, we're here now.
But we can't just disappear. Dad, I think I have a piano recital soon. Did you even try to get off this island?
Did you?
Dad, Ellison still hasn't woken up.
He's having a good rest then.
Are you sure he's hibernating and not?
Not what?
Well, I don't know what else it could be.
He's sleeping, Alma. Let him be.
You're keeping something from me. I want to know where we are and why my memories don't make any sense, and I want to go home.
You wouldn't understand.
I'm 16.
It's too early.
I'm ready to know.
It's for your own good.
Why are we here? What's going on? And why isn't Ellison moving? Tell me the truth.
Have you ever considered that you won't want to understand? Alma?
What?
The bookstore contacted me again. They want me to do a second Ezekiel is stung by a bee signing.
That's great, Dad.
Alma?
What?
Did you collect the trash? It's trash day tomorrow.
I'll do it later.
And can you get the mail? The fan mail's still flooding in, you know. I want to hear the latest. Alma, I don't like to see you sitting around doing nothing. I'm going through a very stressful time with submitting this book. You have to help me out here.
Dad, I need to send this assignment by 9, okay? Please.
Useless.
Are you okay?
No, it's just, how could the brushes have...
What's wrong?
Useless.
What's
The
useless?
bristles are all stuck together, and now I can't use these anymore.
Are you talking about your paintbrushes?
It's the brush's fault. I can't get any decent work done, and it's all because of my broken brushes.
Can't you just buy new paintbrushes?
Preventing me from doing anything! I just can't execute these ideas in my head.
Wait, didn't we just buy new paintbrushes?
No, I didn't. These are my last.
We went to the store like a week ago. You told me to bring them to your bedroom. Do you need me to get them for you?
No.
I'm getting them. Is that my school newspaper?
What? Oh, it came in the mail yesterday.
Please don't use my school newspaper next time.
First drawer down, I think. No, second. I'm in the second drawer. Did you hear me? The second drawer.
Yeah, I found them. Here, Dad.
Close that door.
Hey, listen to this. Sara wrote an article about Minerva Circle. Minerva Circle, founded in 1999, is an initiative for students performing at high levels. Look, there's me. There's a whole sidebar on Audra Williams. Wow. 160 IQ, genius concert pianist. Has already played at Carnegie Hall 5 times.
You're probably much better than her, though.
What?
I said you're probably much better than her, so don't worry.
Worried?
She's a pianist, you're a pianist. There's competition.
I never said I'm competing with her.
You started playing when you were 3. You were on the news when you were 6. You won all the regional showcases in middle school.
I only got 1 honorable mention.
That's because the judges weren't fair, not because of anything you did wrong.
Why do you have to pick on me?
When was I picking on you?
You don't pay any attention to what I'm saying until I get to Audra Williams.
Alma, if you're really so jealous of her, go practice or something.
Are you jealous of Audra?
I was just trying to respond to you. All right. I won't say anything. She sounds like a great addition to Minerva Circle.
What do you mean?
I mean, that would help Mr. Ellison out. A few years ago, the group was in pretty bad shape. He kicked someone out because he wasn't performing at a high enough standard anymore.
He'd never do that. It's probably a dumb rumor.
Of course, you'd never believe that about him, but a teacher has to do what he has to do.
You don't know him.
It sounds like you don't either. Please be quiet now. I'm trying to finish this page.
Such a weird look on his face. Asked me why I named him Ellison. I don't know. I like that name. It's smooth, white, polished, like piano keys. A twisted bone on the beach. Bones. Where do those even come from anyway? Not a bone, a branch. As if the world gave up the secret of its skeleton. T.S. Eliot. There was someone I knew who quoted poetry like that once. Who was it? Ellison. Ellison did. Not the Ellison, the other Ellison. That girl, the other Ellison who I never called Ellison. She liked poetry, but she wasn't the Ellison. Ellison. Elegy. Eulogy. Who even is Ellison? Dad? Who is Ellison?
Oh, you mean your crab?
No, I mean the person I named Ellison after. There is an Ellison, isn't there?
I don't think so. You just picked the name.
You definitely reacted when I said the name.
No, I didn't.
Tell me, that's all I'll ask.
Well, I can think of two Ellisons who meant quite a lot to you.
Sara's one of them, right?
You remember Sara now?
It's coming back to me. She's my childhood friend. I've known her forever. Her last name is Ellison, but I never called her Ellison or thought of her as Ellison.
There is someone you did call by that name.
Who's that?
Do you remember the feeling of seeing someone in watercolor? Of wandering into yourself in the rain? Of someone's voice recalling you to yourself like a church bell?
I'm not following.
People often think of their childhood hero as the person they're aspiring to be. But often, your childhood hero is the person you aren't anymore, whose identity you're trying to reclaim. It's as if all the wasted potential from your previous self, all the aspirations, all the ideals, all the dreams, culminates into one person, one beautiful, perfect, impossible person you could have been.
You sound like you had something like that.
Yes? God.
You're still not telling me any answers.
Questions are better.
Dad, it's getting dark. Maybe we should take a rest.
Oh, it is. Sure, I guess we should. Never imagined it would be like this.
Like what, Dad?
All of your childhood dreams, breathing with the cycle of the stars. No past and no future.
Don't the stars ever make you think about the future?
No. Don't think about the future, Alma.
Why not?
It only makes you feel small.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Alma.
your childhood hero, it's completely natural that you'd want him to think you're the best. There's nothing wrong with that. Did you read my article?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, but honestly, I thought it was a little biased.
How so?
I don't know. It talked a lot about Minerva's failures and flaws. There were a lot of quotes from people who don't agree with how Minerva works.
Well, that's not bias, it's just objective journalism.
Wasn't your dad offended, though?
Offended? No way. He thought it was very open-minded. You're on edge. Is your dad still submitting his manuscript to publishers?
He's trying to finish his manuscript before the deadline. I am going to choke on the smell of paint in the house. He should just take his dumb childhood factory somewhere else.
Well, he's trying to provide a living for the two of you.
No, he's not. He's just trying to indulge his own stupid fantasies. Sorry. I'm just so sick of my dad acting so childish about sending his book off to the publishers. Most people would be happy to ship off their hard work, but for him, it's like a funeral.
He's probably just trying to get everything right. I mean, just like you before recitals.
It's not about getting it all right, though. It's about how he writes children's books to get lost. And when the time comes, he doesn't want to get unlost.
Oh, well, for understanding each other so well, sometimes you and your dad sure are assholes to each other. Oh, who is this? Hey, Olivia.
My senses return if I try hard enough, but only if I think. Sand, stars, sea. It's all the same to me. It's almost as if we've been swallowed whole by the universe, chewed up and spit out. Except I've lost something along the way. That's a disgusting image.
Where are we?
Ellison. Ellison is the
I
answer.
can't fathom where we are.
Where am I and why am I
Where
here?
did we come from?
Ellison. Ellison.
Who put us here?
Ellison. Ellison.
What are we now?
What don't I
What
know?
does it all mean?